about
Oh,
Star
we're
Wars
live.
Visions.
Hold on. We're live. Let me put on the intro, and then we can do this. All right, now we're good. All right, now what were you saying?
Well, hang on, don't you need to do the intros?
That's true. I probably should. Oh, nice face there, Psycho. Nice
What's
face.
up?
All right,
Great timing.
everyone. Welcome back to the Force Collective. I'm Shade, and I'm joined by my three favorite people in the world: Chrono, Sir AOA, and Psycho.
Wow, I'm so flattered.
I'm so humbled by that right now.
You guys show up to these streams like on a weekly basis, so how can I not like you? And we also have a sponsor this stream. Yeah, we got a sponsor again, and Sir AOA is the only one that knows about it besides me and you guys now, because he let us know. So we're going to go ahead and have a word from our sponsor. Take it away, Sir AOA.
Thank you very much. Today's sponsor for the Force Collective is Death Star Data Management. They have data servers the size of Chaos, planet size, and even planet-sized. Well, small moon. Don't worry about security. When under attack, they can close the network access with their patented Ray Gate Shield. If by chance you need to wipe your server, their super laser will not just wipe your data, but the server out of existence. May also include planet. So choose Death Star Data Management, your only choice in data management in the Empire. No, we mean it. Your only choice. Your only choice. Back to you, Dave.
Okay, that's our only choice. I guess we have to do it. How do I subscribe to that? Actually, don't tell me. I'll figure it out. Anyways, so
The
we're
Empire
here,
will provide.
and I realized, like, after I wrote down the title on here, I realized that, or Chrono actually brought it up to me, that we had already seen the episode from last Friday, and we aren't discussing it this time because we did it last time. So I was almost at a loss until I came up with the idea to talk about our predictions, which I think we also did. But you know what? We might as well, since it's in the title, talk about the Bad Batch just for a short time, and then we can talk about various other things. But there will be one other Star Wars related topic. This isn't a Star Wars topics episode. It is just a chill episode, chill stream. So we'll be talking about a bunch of different things after we take care of this. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and start. And since Chrono did, tell me that we already watched the episode, somehow I didn't realize that. I'm going to let him start. Go ahead. What's your prediction, sir?
Well, after the events that we saw in the last episode, I think we're gonna go back to seeing what's going on in Kamino with the Empire. At least that's what I hope for, because I really think it's time for us to see more of that. And I'm pretty sure we're all curious about what's going on with Crosshair.
Yeah.
Especially since he got burned to a crisp.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think that the next episode should be a bit about that. And honestly, after how the last two episodes went, I'm not really sure if they will do it or they will go for something else. It's hard to predict from now on, because we were pretty sure that we're going to do one thing when they kidnapped Omega, and they did the exact opposite. And so I was like, okay, but it was still a welcome episode.
Yes, I agree. Anything else on that?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, Sir AOA, your turn. Tell me.
I have no idea.
Welcome to the club, sir.
Um,
Think of something.
No,
Content.
it's just, hey, I gave you content.
Yes, give me more.
More. Oh no, shit. Do it.
You know what? I'll let that one slide because I didn't realize you said it, and I didn't realize I said it until you said that. And I wanted to do that because I was, telling you to give me more, but now that I said more, I'm going to do it now. So sorry.
More.
I really didn't mean to say that the last time, but I gave you a pass in the first one, but that time I couldn't. All right, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, no, just pass because I my brain is not set up for.
Does that
the
help
Bad
your
Batch.
brain? That doesn't. Okay. Oh, well. All right then. Fine. We'll just pass it on. Go ahead, Psycho. Go ahead, Psycho. Got anything for us?
I think elephant in the room. They're probably going to kind of continue to tease Thrawn for a good while. I don't know when we're gonna fully see him become involved in the show. It's really hard to predict this show. I feel like like we were kind of talking about, I almost feel like that was intentional. They kind of set us up for thinking that maybe one thing could happen, and they're just kind of letting fans, ride this thing out and try to figure out what's going to happen on this thing. And I think that the very thing that we're going to suspect is probably going to be the exact opposite, and that's going to be a trend that we continue to see happen. So I don't really know what's going to happen. I think that obviously we are going to have to see a little follow up with Crosshair because, like we said, he's kind of been burnt to a crisp, and I do think that we will probably get some more Kamino from here on out, but it's really hard to say. So I don't really know. I hate to be another unsure person in the party, but I can't really offer much else.
Well, we already sort of went through this when it was fresher in our minds the first time. It's not so fresh in our minds now.
That is
true. Yeah. But my prediction, well, I have a couple different predictions. If this don't happen, then this will happen, kind of thing. All right. So if let's say they don't, or that it doesn't go the way you guys are saying, where we see more Kamino and Crosshair, I'm thinking it'll be more of a bounty hunter type of episode, where another episode where the bounty hunters have another chance at going after him, or something like that. That's what I'm sort of guessing. That's sort of something I want to see. I want to see something to do with, let's say, Boba Fett. We might even get a tease of Boba Fett.
Yeah. I was so caught up in this last episode, I kind of forgot that they dropped on the huge bombshell on us that Omega and Boba are effectively siblings. So yeah. It's kind of, I mean, we're definitely going to be seeing some Boba Fett, So I think I'm very excited about that. I think that we're probably going to get a lot of maybe sort of context for the Book of Boba Fett. Maybe some things that are going to play into that show. So if you do see anything with Boba, I'm definitely going to be just dialed into the screen, just paying as close attention as I possibly can, because I feel like it's going to be important, even if it doesn't seem like it.
Okay. Before I say anything else, hi, Lizzle. Nice to see you in the stream. Now, on to what I was saying. So, the thing about them teasing Boba Fett, just with that one line saying that he's the Alpha and Omega is the, Omega, I guess. I mean, did you guys ever get that little thing where it's like Alpha and Omega first and last type of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Bloody obvious.
Yeah, I know. But I have a feeling that they are teasing Boba Fett with that. I mean, why in the world would they mention Boba Fett? I mean, that's one thing I got to say about it. Another thing is that they still haven't gotten to that arc with Boba Fett and Cad Bane. And I already talked about this in the previous episode that of Star Wars Topics, but I think that eventually Boba and Omega are going to meet up, and Boba will have sympathy on Omega and
kill Cad Bane.
Kill Cad Bane, yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
I think that's a... Well, otherwise, here's the thing. If they just say they just use Hunter to kill Cad Bane, I'm going to feel like he was done a little bit of a disservice because I just don't feel like that's a good enough match. But if it's Boba, I think that I'll be good with it. I'll definitely be good with that.
Oh, yeah. And
I think Boba Fett is the only one who could really beat Cad Bane at this point. I mean, Hunter might be an enhanced clone, but
I mean,
Boba
he kind of
Fett
showed
and
us that he didn't really stand a chance.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, I wonder why they showed that like that. I mean, if not to show that he is
because better. I think that they just wanted to show they wanted to show that because when it does get to the point, like when it does get to the point that Cad Bane is eventually put down, they want you to see that was a difficult task to accomplish. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the whole opposite thing of it's like the opposite of a Snoke thing, you know, where you build a villain up like so much and then you just watch him die immediately and you're like, he wasn't strong. It's the opposite. They're establishing that Cad Bane is pretty much a tank. He can take on Hunter, which most people couldn't. Couldn't go toe-to-toe with him and live to tell the tale, and he just stood no chance against him. So, with that being said, when we do eventually see him go down, we're going to know that that's substantial.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because bounty hunters they are all really tough. We know that. But there are very different levels among them, and Cad Bane has got to be on the very top levels because he's one of the few bounty hunters that go against Jedi and win. I mean, the guy has made sure to get enhancements to his suit and his body to withstand Force users, and so it's not he's not just any bounty hunter.
That is true, and I feel like that it would also do Boba Fett a great disservice if he didn't get to take down the probably most notorious bounty hunter of that time period. Because that would boost Boba Fett's reputation, making him known as one of the most fierce bounty hunters in the galaxy.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no other way to put Cad Bane down. If they even do that, they might even decide, you know what? Let's not kill Cad Bane. I mean, I know they were originally planning it, but what if they change that? Think about that. What in the world would they do then? Would they show him in The Mandalorian? If The Mandalorian went on for another season, or maybe even the Book of Boba Fett, you never know. That would be pretty interesting too.
They would have to remove Cad Bane for the obvious reason. He wasn't in the movies.
Look, Ahsoka wasn't in the movies, but they kept her though. That's the only way you can probably justify that.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is that you pull in all of the most experienced bounty hunters, but you don't invite Cad Bane to the ship.
Well, Boba Fett had his crew, and maybe Vader had some sort of way of getting with Boba Fett. I mean, think about it. Boba Fett is a clone, and Anakin has spent a lot of time with clones. Maybe in a way he felt sentimental. Think about it.
Well, there's also the fact that if they had a beef, I mean, Boba Fett and Cad Bane, it would probably not benefit the two of them being in the same room going after the same bounty.
That's true. That is true. So, all that aside, though, I'm thinking that we're going to get another Bounty Hunter episode, either this episode or next episode. If they decide not to do Camino in this episode, I'm thinking we'll get like a more of a Bounty Hunter type of episode. But if
What
they
is the status of a clone rebellion? Are we
The-
still
the-
thinking that that's a possibility or not?
it might not be this season. I'm starting to think that it might be like a near end of series type of deal.
But we're still. It's gonna be funny because what's gonna end up happening is that's gonna be like the finale of the series, and
Mhm.
we're gonna still be streaming, and you're gonna be like, guys, do you remember when I said there's gonna be a clone rebellion? It's gonna be like Moses with the flood, dude. That's what's gonna happen.
Noah with the flood.
Did I say Moses?
You said Moses.
Would you believe
Moses
I've been
part-
making that mistake since I was a child? Like,
Wait, you've been
literally
making that mistake
consistently.
since you were a child?
I've literally been getting Moses and Noah confused literally since I
Oh
was a
gosh.
child. I don't know
Oh
why.
gosh.
Well,
Him
to
and
be
him
fair,
are
they
just
were
too
both
close
about
in
water.
the alphabet,
Yeah,
dude.
that's true. Moses parted the Red Sea, and Noah built a boat and sailed for 40 days and 40 nights. So
On the sea.
on the sea.
With-
So they both did have some water related things
With
go
some
on.
water relation. What about Jonah?
Yeah.
Let's throw him in there, dude.
Let's do that too.
We're getting off on one. Let's continue.
Okay. So I can honestly say though, like predictions for future, like this is me using I'm not using my prediction powers. I'm taking a guess that they will get a sample of Omega's blood, I guess, or DNA or whatever, to try to create new clones, and they will start maybe.
But
And
they
then
won't succeed.
Yes, it's either they won't succeed or they do, and they use those clones for the clone rebellion.
I
Think
would
about it.
really like to kind of see them succeed. I feel like it kind of wouldn't make it would make kind of the Mandalorian thing not make a whole lot of sense, with Grogu. That's my one concern. But I don't know. I kind of just get sick of the whole and then the good guys get out unscathed at the last moment. I would kind of like to see them lose. Like, I hate to say it, but it's true.
Well, I want to see that too. I mean, anytime I think of the heroes losing, I think of Avengers Infinity War. I mean,
or Empire.
Or Empire, that's true. I mean, that is a very, very good movie. I love that movie. But
it does set the stage. Like, when you have a moment like that, it sets the stage for a triumph that's greater than that defeat. So, like, those moments of darkness are kind of an opportunity, to create something different, for the next act.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe in the end, the Bad Batch will be losing near the end of this season, and then the next season they fight back. Who knows? Maybe they join a rebellion with Saw Gerrera. Let's think about that for a second. Well, since Saw Gerrera did end up becoming part of the rebellion, they did have to kick him out, like they said in Rogue One, because he was more of an extremist. But he was part of the rebellion. Think about it. Maybe the Bad Batch joined them for a short period. Maybe it helped them out. They might. This might be one of the first. Like, they might be part of one of the first rebel cells that was ever created since the foundation of the Empire. So that's another thing to think about. I mean, Rex is already doing something with Ahsoka. You can already see that.
Yeah.
And that is which I don't know how they lose contact or anything like that, like, because he mentions in Rebels that he hasn't heard from her in a long time. But whatever they did beforehand, they might have became the ones that started this rebellion thing, or at least the Rebel Cells thing.
I kind of feel like because of that tie-in where Rex does say that in Rebels, it would kind of be. I almost feel like I kind of want them just to briefly kind of link up, Like, we all want to, like, we want them to reunite, of course, but it's like, I don't know, like, to keep the continuity, it would be kind of nice if it wasn't like, and then they were best friends, and then, like, 2 years before Rebels, they just lost contact for one reason or another, because that just seems like some Disney-ness is going on, But I'm confident that they're going to approach it with a lot more responsibility than that.
Mm-hmm. What are the chances you think Ahsoka will have some sort of cameo in the Bad Batch?
I
think
not.
that it's pretty likely, but I really hope that it's not something that happens very frequently, considering I feel like we already went through the whole thing of like her character being extremely hyped up on Mando and it being like, when's Ahsoka gonna appear? When's it gonna be the Ahsoka episode? Like that was a big deal. So it's kind of like, if we had to have a replay of that, but with the Bad Batch, I just would be like, all right, this is kind of turning into another Darth Maul thing. Can we just like get rid of Ahsoka already? Which, I mean, that might sound blasphemous, but I don't want it to go that way. So I hope that if we do see her, that maybe it's kind of brief and that it's something that's done sparingly.
I don't think it's really necessary for us to see her. I mean, we're all fans of her. We like her character, but she's going to have her own series. So we really don't. It's not like we are depending on that cameo to see more of her. We have more of her coming. So it wouldn't be necessary to do it. And I think she's too much for the cast of characters this show has. She's too different from them.
Yeah.
I think you're right, and honestly, like, I kind of forgot that they were doing the Ahsoka series. I think, really, with that being the case, the only real necessity that we would have for seeing an Ahsoka cameo would be, like, if some way or another, it just happened to, that detail just happened to play into the Ahsoka spinoff, but, I mean, they're in completely different like times, it seems like, so I highly doubt that would be the case.
Well, the thing is that the only reason I would see having Ahsoka in the Bad Batch is so they can do that split where Rex and Ahsoka go into hiding to set up Rebels. That is the only way I see that from happening. And that probably won't be until a really big fight.
Mm-hmm.
So it will have to be something dramatic and something that will be absolutely
Clone Rebellion.
Well, you let me finish. That was the worst time to come in with that. That was the absolute worst time.
At night, I try to sleep, and like right as I close my eyes, Shay just like hovers over me and says, really
No, but I mean, something big and something that is destined to fail. See, that would have been the perfect time to come in and say that.
Okay, I didn't know you were going that way. Okay.
I'm pretty sure the second we see the Clone Rebellion thing, it's gonna show up on the Discord.
Oh,
you know that way.
Look, if I still have to wake up at 5 a.m, I will watch it at 5 a.m, that episode, and when that episode comes out, I will be texting each of you individually saying I told you so. I will send you like 3 texts each saying I told you so.
Wake up,
I told you so. I told you so. Wake up and look at the text.
I won't need to wake up. I'll already be awake.
You'll be awake. I won't be. I mean, I will be, but they won't be. So, but let's move from that for a second. Look, I know everybody wants to see a Clone Rebellion. I do too. But we got to move on to.
I don't know if you've made that clear enough yet. If you're.
Oh, I haven't. I haven't made that clear enough. Well, let me make it very clear now. If they don't have a Clone Rebellion in this show, it will be known as the worst Star Wars show I've ever watched. Okay.
I thought you were going to be like, if they don't have a Clone Rebellion, I will kill myself on stream.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm not that dark.
No, don't do that.
No, actually, I'll just do this.
No, kill a child.
It's either them or me.
Guys, we're gonna have like the 1,000 like child like death special. So we're gonna be doing that on stream, and you don't want to miss it. So help us get to 1,000 so that we can sacrifice a child to like the YouTube awards.
Yep. Let's do it.
You can tweet Lucasfilm saying, "If there's no Clone Rebellion, a youngling dies."
I was sacrificing a child.
Oh man. Okay, but
you could just post on Twitter that that screen with like that kid with the lightsaber ignited and just be like 1,000 subs or he gets it.
I need 1,000 subs or the kid gets it. Okay. Enough with the child murder.
Enough with the child.
Okay. What I think,
hang on. I thought this was a Force Collective stream. What?
no, we'll have more time for child murder later. I want to make a point first.
I can't believe that was a transitionary sentence that you said today. Enough with the child murder. Let's move on.
Look, I've got a million of them. Trust me, a million
What,
kids.
children?
Yes. You almost said it before I did. I'm glad I
This is the
said it
darkest
first.
stream that we've ever done.
Yeah, it might be a little dark. Let's lighten things up a little bit. There we go.
I
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Begging the Raylos always works.
Yep. Now we're not canceled for child murder. Okay. Back to the Ahsoka thing. I just wanted to say that I want it to happen, but in a very small way. Like you guys say, it can't be like something huge. I don't want her to be in a full-on episode cutting up a bunch of clones and stuff like that, because I doubt that she would do that. First of all, but I want this like he said. I want to see the split thing happen. Like they split in their own directions, maybe to do their own thing for a little bit. I don't know. But I want to see how that comes about. And if that comes about due to the Clone Rebellion, then so be it. That's one thing I want. But if nothing else, if we get another episode with Rex, maybe he's just talking to her or something like that. And then like shortly before the Bad Batch walks in, he gets done with the communication and says something to her before he gets off. And then the rest of the episode starts. Either way, I want something sort of small like that, but like it doesn't have to be necessary. You think that would work?
Yeah.
See that as long as they do something like that, I don't think that because the Clone Wars was really just about Ahsoka. I mean, to be completely honest, it was almost just about Ahsoka. That was almost an Ahsoka show right there, even though it wasn't. And we're going, and like you said, we're going to be getting an Ahsoka TV show that's all about Ahsoka. So, I think that they should save her character more for that instead of oversaturating everything with her. I mean, she is probably the most popular Star Wars character, at least in the animated, and soon to be live action, I'd say. But like since she is so popular, don't overuse her like Maul. Which Maul, I mean, he works anyway. I personally like their handling of Maul. But I'm afraid.
Too. I just saw it as a very common complaint.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. And I'm glad they ended him in Rebels, though I wish that we could have got a little bit of a better fight. But the symbolism in that fight, we can talk about that on a Star Wars Topics episode. But the symbolism, I guess that would be the word for it. Basically, that fight itself was very symbolic of how Obi-Wan has grown since they first met. And that's all I'll say about that fight because this isn't what the conversation's about. But I want them to use Ahsoka sparingly if they use her at all. Maybe just once through in the Bad Batch. That would be fine with me. I just want to see that split between her and Rex where they go their separate ways. That's the main thing for me. And because I also want to know how Rex catches up with Gregor and Wolf. I want to see if there's an episode in the Bad Batch where all three of them join the Bad Batch for an episode or two. And then it might even show the split between Ahsoka and Rex. Who knows? But enough of that. I think we've all said our piece on that. Let's just talk about one new thing that we've recently heard. And yes, I said this wasn't a Star Wars Topics episode, but this happens to be something Star Wars related. And maybe I should have saved it for a Star Wars Topics episode, but you know what? Who cares? Star Wars Visions, an anime style Star Wars show. I really like the idea. The little trailer they showed was really interesting. What do you guys think? I'll start backwards this time, Psycho.
So this is actually like the first that I've heard of this. I guess I'm just out of the loop, but I'm really fascinated with this. I think that like actually has potential to be a really cool, a really cool medium. If they're gonna do like an anime style Star Wars show, I just hope that they don't pull any punches. You know, I'd really just like to see it be kind of dark and maybe sort of disturbing. Would be cool. Because I think that the something that would be really interesting for it if it was an anime would be just to see them kind of I mean, let's see some cause for it to be an anime. You know what I mean? Like, let's not see something that we could see. Oh, this could have been covered in another animated show, or this could have been covered in another like Disney Plus series or movie or whatever it may be. Like, if we're gonna go anime, let's see. Like, I don't even really know exactly what I'm looking for, but like, I feel like if they're going to go that style, they need to go all in. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
to like it really should be something completely unique. Like I said, it shouldn't be something like, oh, it would be cheaper to do it this way, and you know, so we should do it. It should be like, I don't know. It shouldn't be a crutch. It should be an artistic styling, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Well, one thing before I move on with that, because a couple thoughts came to my head as you were saying that, or at least one thought that I can remember now because the other one left me. But do you think they're trying to cash in on the anime craze? Because as we all know, the manga sales are higher than the American comic sales, and it's not only that, but anime in general is very popular.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. It was very clear from the recent tweets that anime and manga are comics. Didn't you hear?
Oh, is that the case now? That they're they're the same thing?
That's what they're saying.
Well, there's a difference because
they would be wrong.
Yeah, they are wrong, but they believe they are.
I mean, that's completely wrong. The other thought came back to me, but let me finish the other one real quick. So it's a possibility that they might just be cashing in on that, but that doesn't mean it won't be good. And if it is good, then I'll be glad that they did, even if it did start out to be a cash grab type of deal, you know. But let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope that's something this is something they actually care about instead of thinking, oh, this will get us money, because we're losing money with everything else. So, and other thought that came to my head. Do you think it will be canon? I mean, it's called Visions. It's almost in a way.
It's not
like Legends. Oh, it's not.
It's not.
Okay. But will it fill in holes or give us more ideas, basically?
Hang on a second.
With the actual canon.
Star Wars Vision storytelling didn't have to fit in the timeline. In developing the series, Lucasfilm made its decision to let creators tell their stories they wanted to tell.
Okay.
Whether they featured established or original characters, without the need to tie it into the larger chronology. We wanted to give these creators a wide creative berth to explore all the imaginative potential of Star Wars Galaxy through the unique lens of anime.
Okay.
James War said, we realized we wanted these to be authentic as possible to the studio and the creators who are making them. Make them made through the unique process in a medium they're such experts at. So the idea was this is their vision riffing off all the elements of the Star Wars galaxy that inspired them, hopefully to make really incredible anthology series unlike anything we've seen before in the Star Wars galaxy.
So that also gives me one other thought. Could this be like a multiverse type of deal? Since it ain't canon to the actual universe, do you think they might continue on whatever, if it's got a main storyline or if it's just a bunch of stories? I don't know.
It's a bunch of different stories.
It is? It's just, okay. Okay. Well,
I think, for memory, I think the twins and the Elder are tied together.
okay.
But they're created by both the Studio Trigger. But I think everything else is they're all separate from each other. I mean, one of them's doing I think it's Tatooine Rhapsody. It's meant to be sort of like a rock opera of a band trying to make it as a band, frankly. So it probably wouldn't fit in with the Duel or the Ninth Jedi.
Sorry, I got distracted, but I heard you. Okay. Well, that's interesting. And you know what? That sort of reminds me of I don't know if any of you know about this. I'm sure Chrono probably knows about this. But basically, Halo Legends. It's probably something like that. And
this is the whole Star Wars Visions is pretty much the Animatrix for Star Wars, which is the one that started the trend. It was Animatrix, and then there was the Batman one, which I don't remember the name, but they did the same with Batman, and they did the Halo one with Legends, and now they're doing Star Wars. And it's always worked because they are very clever in saying, hey, you're this talented studio that does great things. Here's the license, do whatever you always do with your things, only with our characters. And that's why I think it's going to be great, because all of the other examples have been great. I mean, I can't think of any of them failing. I mean, Halo Legends was amazing. It really expanded on the lore.
I agree. I personally wish they would have did more with Halo Legends. So I hope that Star Wars Visions is something more than just a few like episodes. I want to be like maybe a couple seasons of it or whatever, you know, just something that gives us a lot of the anime style.
I don't think that's going to happen, because whenever Japanese studios pick up some of these things and do their own thing, it's always one shot, and that's because they are not into the whole continuity thing that, like, we're gonna have this and then another season and then another 15 seasons. They don't do that, especially studios like Trigger or IG. They are not exactly known for that. So I really don't think that's the case. It happened with Marvel too. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but there are Marvel shows produced by some of these studios, and they never did sequels or anything because they wanted to do them one season shows, and that was it.
Well, that sort of disappoints me in a way. I mean, if that is the case, because if this is good, like Halo Legends, I will want more of it. And I know I shouldn't, but you know, we always want more.
We always want more.
I didn't realize I said it the first time, but when I said I know I shouldn't want more.
After 5 or 6 times, you probably.
I did. I haven't been paying attention to myself as much as I do everybody else. So if I say it and you don't tell me, I'm going to be sad, because I like to play that clip. It's fun. Since Chrono sort of. Yeah. Okay. All right. I did say last time that I was going to tally these up. So here you go, Chrono.
Good job.
Yay!
First one of the night. Which of you three are going to win tonight? Chrono's ahead by 1. Everybody else has 0. I need to write that down.
This is going to be a fair fight because Commander Tano is not here.
That's true. She would be Mary suing her way through all this, and that's not something we need at the moment. So, let me write this down. I'm serious about tallying. So, you guys better come up with something. Actually, I gotta give one to Sir AOA for the awesome sponsors, because he comes up with all these really good sponsors. So you know what? Here you go.
Good job.
There you go. I was about to say Chrono. I'm so used to
At
giving one to
1:30
Chrono.
in the morning.
At 1:30 in the morning. Okay, yes. So now Sir AOA is tied with Chrono. So, yes. CP. Okay. I'm writing this down on a notebook, a small notebook. Psycho, you gotta step it up. You're behind. All right. Now, anything else you want to talk about when it comes to Star Wars Visions? Oh wait, I didn't give you guys exactly a chance to talk about it. Sir AOA, it's your turn.
Here comes the bucket of ice water.
Okay.
I'm really worried.
Worried.
Yeah. I did some research, and well, they had a little panel at Anime Expo Light.
Yeah.
And 3 of the people that were on the panel were also on the Lego Star Wars Christmas special.
Oh Lord.
God.
I love how Psycho comes in with that. You know what? For that reaction here, you
Good job.
got me. That one got me.
Oh, we are not in for a treat with this one, boys.
Okay.
About this.
James War, executive producer. Hang on a second. I'll bring up the Lego Star Wars. James War, executive producer. Jacqueline Lopez, executive producer. I think the other person was Josh Rhimes, executive producer. The blonde woman that was in the trailer, that was so excited to have all these anime people doing this.
Yes.
Yet she might look familiar.
She did look
Actually,
familiar.
I'm going to share my screen with you. So just give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, go.
All right.
She might look familiar.
Oh dear Lord. Zoom that in a little bit. Zoom it in
I don't know
slightly.
if I can.
Well, I know who you're referring to, though. I see the person.
Hang on a second. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
There she
There
is.
you go.
Oh, dear Lord, no. Why is... I mean, I was about to make a dumb statement, but I'm not going to. It wasn't anything bad, I promise. But it would have been stupid of me to say. What? What did you say? All right, you convinced me. Okay. I was about to ask, why is all these people women, and they're isn't this the story group thing?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was about to ask that question. Nothing wrong with it, by the way.
I was
Nothing
about to
wrong
say
with
the same
it.
thing. Like, they're
Not-
literally every single one of them. Like, there's
Yeah.
not a single. Like, you know,
This-
it
Hey,
makes
hey,
you want to bite your tongue, but you're not really saying anything wrong. Just observably, there are no men in this room. Not that there's anything wrong with the fact that there are no men. It's a little unusual.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could
Hang on,
mistake
guys.
Kathleen for a
This
man
is-
if
this
we
is
want
not-
to.
This is not so much the story group, but this was just high level people within Lucasfilm that, from the sound of it, Kathleen Kennedy just drew around her.
Huh. Yeah, no. This is not okay. Not okay. This is not
See,
okay.
I told you I was bringing in the bucket of cold
You
water.
realize that you're canceled, right?
Look, yeah, I know I'm canceled. I said the dreaded thing. Nothing wrong with it. There was. I'll be extra clear. Nothing wrong with there being women in a
He's
story
like,
group.
Dude,
Nothing
just to be
wrong with
clear,
it.
Nothing wrong with women.
Nothing wrong with women in general. It's all the the way that she's managed everything. That's what it is. You don't pick somebody based on what they are. You pick them on their talent, and that is clearly not what was going on. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. I'm no longer canceled. Let me get the Raylos back on my side. Okay, I'm safe. I'm safe.
But yeah, no. When I was watching the trailer,
Yes.
I had just that really bad feeling. Like this is
This is where the fun begins.
Sorry, you said this is, and that just clicked
yeah, no,
for me.
that was perfect. But yeah, no, it just really kind of didn't smell right, and now I don't know how to take it. I don't know how I'm meant to feel about it. Because
That's
I like that one.
I was excited. I was excited for Star Wars Visions, and then you do that to me. So
And that was the point.
yeah.
But I mean, the thing is that you know, frankly, if this, you know, everything from the sound of it sounds like this is from the Empire faction. Mainly because if this was if this was from the Rebellion, it would definitely sort of I guess be more tied in.
Yeah.
Where this one is just we're going to you know, create all these cool things off to the side, and it almost feels like something like, hey, you know, we're not useless, don't fire us type of situation.
Do it.
So yeah, but I mean, as an anime fan, yeah, I'm kind of on board type situation. It's not going to suck.
Liar!
No,
As negative as you were talking about it, I don't think so.
If you know, if I mean, with all the studios have got on board, you know, how can you not say that? But actually, that does sort of remind me. But going back to sharing again, there really needs to be an easier way to do this.
If only there was.
But yeah, this does sort of feel like I would almost I would almost say this is what would have happened. This is what would have been the difference if it had have been made through the Rebellion faction in Lucasfilm, not the Empire faction.
Yeah.
So it is kind of a case of I'm going to enjoy this because anime, and I'm a big fan of anime. But you know, it's also a big case of probably would have preferred something more like what Data Races put up there. You know, just sort of this anime short is awesome. You know, please make this, and we're just getting this anthology.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, going back to the studios, a lot of these studios have created animes that are not only very big and famous, but also some of my absolute favorites. So
it's like bittersweet.
Yeah, it very much is.
You want to be excited, but you're sort of afraid at the same time because you know some of the people behind it.
Well, not so much the people behind it, because if you think about it, the people behind it are the anime studios. But
well, I meant like the other people.
Where this idea has come from. Has kind of a bucket of ice water.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm going to try to stay optimistic on it. I'm hoping that those people specifically do not end up ruining this. I honestly highly doubt it. If it's those studios that have created some of the best anime you've watched, or at least some of your favorites, let me put it that way, then I'd say that they will probably make something pretty good. I don't think we should worry too much. Yeah. Let's hold our doubt for when we actually need it. Because, I mean, yeah, that some of that news is a little disturbing, but overall, I feel like I'm more looking forward to it than I am dreading it. So, I mean, what do you think about that? Do you want wait, how did I say it? Are you looking forward to it more rather than dreading it, or other way around?
I'm definitely looking forward to it more than dreading it, but it's just sort of a case of it's very much just sort of for lack of a better word, realizing that it's ammunition in the Lucasfilm's Civil War.
Yeah.
And even though, as most people have pointed out, that the war is over, it still doesn't mean that people won't be using the ammunition.
That's true.
Up until the point where the combatants have actually left the field. That's...
Well, if that's all you got on that, I'm going to go ahead and let Chrono say his piece about it and see what he... which, let me first, before I go on to Chrono, because I asked you this question, I'm going to ask Psycho because he went earlier. Are you, Psycho, looking forward to it rather than dreading it, or the other way around? Is the silence that telling? If you're speaking, I do not hear you. He is speaking. He is speaking, but nobody can hear. Leave and come back. You should. That might fix it. Let's see if that fixes it. Well, I'll go ahead and ask Chrono while he's fixing himself. Before you talk about how you feel about it, do you look forward to it rather than dread it, or the other way around?
I'm actually looking forward to it. I mean, I'm not as optimistic as you are. I mean, I wish I was, but I sometimes am not. So, yeah. But what makes me be optimistic about this particular case is that they are handling the property to anime studios these studios, they don't really play ball. I mean, if you go into an agreement with them, they're going to do what they want to do, and if they don't like the terms, they won't do it. Unlike the way things are done and in the West, when people are desperate to get a chance to work on some project, they won't. If they don't like what you have to say or the conditions you are trying to pin down on them, they will leave. Period. Because they are all about the art. For them, money comes second. I mean, it's important, but it's not the force driving their work. So if you go pitch them some woke crap and you want them to make it look cool despite being woke crap, they will call you out on it and they won't do it. That's the way these studios operate, especially Trigger and IG. I mean, they have a long history of making awesome content. Everybody knows who they are. They're not going to ruin it on this, especially because they know how Star Wars fans are perceiving Star Wars today. They're not going to be part of that mess. If they didn't like whatever they were pitched, they will not do it. Yeah. So I'm guessing if they want to insert any of the woke dumb crap they usually pull, it will be with the minor studios who might concede to some of their demands or whatever. But since this is not canon, what we might end up having are a couple of great stories and maybe some we might not like that much. But I don't think the whole project is going to suck because of that.
Okay, yeah, I completely agree with that. Now, Psycho, have you fixed your mic yet? Are you speaking to us now? I feel like I'm sort of like trying to talk to a spirit through a Ouija board. I've never done that, but I feel like that's what's going on now.
Like if you're here, manifest yourself.
Oh no, we went back to witchcraft. Oh no. I knew I shouldn't have said that though. Oh gosh.
Oh, he's just waiting for the perfect time.
Yeah. You're just like me. Always waiting for the perfect moment to, do well. No, you know what? Before I do that, I was going to segue into me saying more. I'm giving myself a pass on that one. I'm going to go ahead and give this to Sir AOA.
Good job.
For pulling a shade and doing something like that. So tally on the board: 2 for Sir AOA, 1 for Chrono, 1 for Psycho. All right. So now, since we have covered everything, we're just going to talk about something random. When Psycho gets his mic thing working, I'll ask him that question I asked you to, just so I've got everybody's opinion on it. But I don't know exactly what we're going to talk about, but do you guys have any ideas on what you want to talk about now, since we're just here chilling?
Well, seeing how we were talking about anime, we can just continue with that.
Okay.
I mean, more. More anime.
Yeah, more. That's right. I did want to play that. But since I gave you a point for that one last time, Chrono, I can't do that this time, but that would usually be a point for you. I'm trying to be fair here. Because I don't want to give one person more points than the other. Okay.
Don't swear. It's good enough to have you play the clip.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm glad that is reward enough, because it's reward enough for me too. And hello, you speaking, sir?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you.
Sweet. I don't know what was going on.
I don't know either, but since you're back, before we move on to just talking about random stuff, are you dreading this more than looking forward to it, or the other way around?
I wouldn't say I'm dreading it. I think that's kind of a negative attitude to have, like, as a Star Wars fan. Like, if you're a fan of something, to be like, I'm dreading this, like, actively. But I feel like my attitude that I have towards really anything that Lucasfilm does these days is like, I'm kind of excited for it, but I'm also kind of wary of just like, I don't really know what kind of ride we're in for with this, and I am hopefully optimistic, but at the same time, like, acknowledge that it could be a complete mess. And if that is the case, then I kind of just got to take it at face value. So I would say more than anything, I'm just kind of hopefully optimistic, but, not necessarily sure what to expect.
Okay. I like that answer. That's good. That's a good way to put it. Actually, as Obi-Wan would say, I am cautiously optimistic.
That is a great way to put it.
Yes. So, since you reminded me of that, here you go.
Good job.
Thing to do with Obi-Wan. I love it.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So, it's Sir AOA 2, Chrono 1. Chrono, you got to step it up. You're racking them up usually. You got to do something. And Psycho with 2. All right.
Wow.
Well, it's still early.
Huh?
It's still early. I mean, we're going for the 3-hour stream, are we not?
I don't know about that. I don't know. No. I will remove a point the next time you say 4 hour. Don't tempt me. I will do it. I'm going to like create a rule book or something like that and give it to you guys, and you guys are going to have to follow those rules to the T. Otherwise, these streams will take forever because we're going to constantly be like, no, we're not going 3 hours, and then it turns out being 3 hours. Okay, we're not going 4 hours. It'll end up getting to 4 hours. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. All right. So, anime. On the topic of anime, I do not have much to say at the moment, but Sir AOA suggested that we continue, so he must have something to say about it. So go ahead.
No, just more, just some great anime choices that have come out pretty well. I don't think you would say come out pretty recently because it's been out for a couple of months now.
Yeah.
But at this present moment, I have watched / am watching some really good anime.
Yeah.
And they're all the three that I would definitely suggest that everyone should possibly start watching is definitely Combatants Will Be Dispatched.
That sounds interesting.
It is a very amusing comedy anime.
Ooh.
Should I just go through sort of like the little blurb type situation?
Yeah, go ahead. Give us a little bit of what it is.
When the evil Kisaragi Corporation sets its sight on interstellar conquest, Combat Agent 6 and his android partner, Alice, whoops, hang on a second, who better to take over a magical world than two randomly assigned minions? Combat Agent 6 and his and his android partner Alice. But Six's path up the evil corporate ladder won't be easy. A demon lord's army is hatching a nefarious plan.
Nefarious plan.
Yes. It is a really silly, funny, not very not very serious anime. Where, frankly, you're rooting for. Frankly, you would have to say the bad guys.
This is where the fun begins.
It's kind of a really sort of strange situation. The bad guys are fighting for the good guys against the bad guys.
Wait, the bad guys are so in a way they're like anti-heroes.
No, not really. I watched the whole thing already, and yeah, I know what he means.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Suicide Squad.
It's you see there's this criminal organization on Earth that has almost completely won against the forces of good. So Earth is about to be conquered by the bad guys, and they start setting their sights on different planets. So
I
they
think someone
they
bludgeoned
do
it
a
as well.
yeah, they do a trial run, and they send one of the agents who happens to be really dumb, and this android girl who is supposed to keep him in check, and they are tasked with examining this new planet and devising a way to get control of it. So in the process, they end up helping the kingdom they land on, trying to beat the people that are trying to invade them. So they kind of act like good guys, but their real goal is not exactly good. Only
Oh.
they don't know that.
I get you. I get you now. I know what you're talking about. Okay, I understand that.
But I mean, to put it really simply, the so-called evil organization really sort of doesn't. It's not sort of the nefarious sort of. Let's just say the Joker's not in charge of it, type thing. We are talking about anime comedy evil organization, not let's kidnap a whole lot of people and brutally murder and torture them type of evil.
Okay.
Just sort of like let's torture these people by having a tickle machine tickle them or something.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, we are talking about anime comedy evil, not evil.
Okay.
And sort of dubious scientific research, but we're not talking about sort of August harvesting or anything like that. Actual evil.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds very interesting.
But
I wanna watch it now.
the opening soundtrack and the ending soundtrack is really killer, especially sort of the opening soundtrack.
Oh, really?
The opening theme is really good. It's definitely, there are very few anime that you kind of not skip over the intro and the outro, and that's definitely one of them.
Nice.
But actually, talking about an anime that you definitely do not want to miss out on hearing the hearing the intro and the outro. Another one that I have watched about 10 times already, and it's only been out a couple of months. Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation.
Oh, that's a great anime. I'm so eager to see the next part.
I know, and I think we only have to wait a couple of more months. It is so awesome.
I feel so left out of the loop here. You two know everything about the ones that he's mentioning, and I'm just here like, oh my gosh, this is so nice to hear about.
Yeah, you need to get more into anime.
I know.
This anime is incredibly well crafted.
Well, that's good.
It is.
You mean like the High Republic, right?
No! Blasphemy! Burn him at the stake!
I like that one too. Blasphemy, burn him at the stake. I like that. That's funny. You know what? Here's another point. I like those lines that you're doing. Let me play it. I gotta play it here.
Good job.
There you go. There's your reward for that wonderful line there. Continue.
Yeah. I'll just read out the blurb from Anime Lab.
Do it.
I'll get sorry. I'll seriously try if I go to another world. 34-year-old virgin loser is kicked out of his home by his family and realizes that his life is completely over. As he regrets wasting his life, a truck runs him over and he dies.
You just
I'm
described
sorry.
Something funny?
It's the way virgin loser that got me, and then he gets run over by a truck and dies. You know what?
Good job.
Slaying it tonight. You're slaying it tonight. That's 4.
When he wakes up, he's in a world of swords and sorcery. Reborn
Basically,
as
it's an
baby-
isekai.
Yes, it's isekai. Like 90% of anime today is isekai.
True. And ding dong. Okay. I get it. Continue on though.
Reborn as the baby named Rudius. He decides that this time he won't live a life. Sorry, he'll live a life he won't regret. Using his knowledge from his past life, he quickly develops a talent for magic and is assigned a small girl as a tutor. He also meets a beautiful quarter elf with emerald green hair. The new life he always wanted is about to begin, a fantasy story about living the life you always wanted begins here. I gotta admit that blurb is actually kind of bad.
Yeah, it is.
It really doesn't.
It's not a good description.
No, it really isn't. Except that the first line's pretty good.
Yeah.
And no, that wasn't actually the reason. The reason why I chose the anime. But it just it the jokes hit well. The poignant stuff hits well. Just the script and the soundtrack. The soundtrack of the anime is just amazing.
Yeah, I think one of the strongest points that anime has going for it is the way they tell the story, because it's not a basic linear plot. I mean, it's not that complicated, but the way things happen and how he confronts every situation from his point of view, it's really good. It really makes you care for every character they bring in.
Yeah, absolutely. But I want season 2. I want season 2 now.
Yeah, I can't wait.
They shouldn't have done 11 episode season. They should have done 22.
Yeah.
But no, if there is one anime that I would be buying the DVD box set straight out of the minute they sell it, it's definitely that anime.
What was the name again?
Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out.
Oh, absolutely. You really should. Shade back. Nope, Shade's not back. Should I go on to the next
Just
one?
keep ranting, dude. It's fine.
Okay.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, he's back.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What were you saying, huh?
Oh, bother.
No, yeah, I knew I'd come in here and you guys were talking about it. I knew it. I knew that was what was going on.
Sorry, give me a second. I just pulled out my headphones.
Yeah, good excuse. Really good excuse.
Oh, sorry. I missed all of that because
Sure you did. Sure you
I've
did.
got no idea what anyone said.
That's exactly what somebody like you would say.
I wouldn't do anything bad.
Okay, now that's just creepy. Kill it with fire. Kill it with fire.
I just
Kill
love
it
how
with
you.
fire!
I just love how your answer to anything creepy is violence towards children.
Okay, there you go. You did it.
Good job.
You did it. You got yourself a point. I am so happy that you finally got a point.
Now
So it's 4, 2, and 2. Go ahead. Sorry.
Quick question to everyone. Have they heard of an anime called One Punch Man?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Yes.
I watched part of it.
Awesome.
Yep. Well, this anime has a similar theme to it, but in a sort of completely opposite way. The anime, damn it, they don't have the Japanese name in front. Oh well. Suppose a kid from the last Dungeon Boonies moved to a starter town.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
The thing with One Punch Man is that he knows he's the strongest person essentially in the show.
In the world.
Well, in the world, yeah. Where the character Lloyd in this anime doesn't realize that he's the strongest character in the show. So it's kind of a inversion of all of that, and it just works around Lloyd essentially becoming a hero and not realizing it and thinking that he's powerless. Even though he takes out all sorts of demon lords. So it's just really funny seeing it as a mirror of One Punch Man, where One Punch Man knows how strong he is and is bored from it, to Lloyd, who's completely naive to the fact that he's essentially the One Punch Man of the starter town.
Gotta keep those Raylos interested.
Yes. I know it.
And it's just a really funny and amusing anime.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
You know, actually, I'm just wondering. We never really see what he does. Did we ever get any information on if the younglings were actually killed?
Not even the younglings survived.
Damn. It's been a while since I've seen those movies, because you're sort of sitting there going, wait, hang on a second, the door closes. He could have just smashed open the windows.
That's true, but Obi-Wan makes it clear that not even the younglings
The
survived.
younglings survived, yeah.
Not even the younglings survived.
They should describe what he did. I mean, even in the novelization or something, like say they found the bodies of the kids slashed with lightsaber marks or something.
Yeah, that would add a bit of explanation and darkness to it. Why are we talking about child murder again?
I don't know. You said you always
That's
do
what
that.
this episode should be titled.
Because
Child
it's a
murder.
force. It's a force collective stream.
True.
Come to listen for Star Wars topics and child murder.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Okay.
so much for the kid-friendly part.
Hey, it's like I said before. I'm trying to lure them in. Okay.
It's very kid friendly. What are you talking about?
Exactly. What more can I say? I caught myself.
Oh,
I caught.
oh, that's-
that goes to Psycho. That goes to Psycho right there. Hold on, I gotta play it.
Play it.
Good job.
Go. There you
Get
go.
3, boys.
Yep. Chrono, you're in last place. You gotta step it up here, buddy.
Am I real?
No, Psycho's in third or second. Chrono's in last. Sir AOA has got 4. So it's 4, 3, and 2. That's the score.
It's like we're the AT&T towers.
Yes. Okay. So, I mean, there's a lot more about anime we can talk about, but in a way, I know I mentioned before the stream that I didn't want to talk about this in the stream, but now I sort of want to. And I mean, if you guys don't mind switching topics for the moment.
Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to make sure that nobody had anything else to say on the matter that they really wanted to get off their chest. But if nobody has anything else to say, the idea of the audio series I want to create.
Oh,
So, yeah. So, audio series. Now, I don't know.
Is it kid-friendly?
Yes, it'll be yes, it'll be kid friendly. Okay. It'll be kid friendly, but it's not. Look, it's going to be like Rogue One. Let me put it that way. It's PG-13, but it's also like
So no kid will survive?
if there's a kid in it, the kid will most likely survive. I'm not pulling in episode 3 just yet, and I say yet because it's a possibility.
You want to keep your options open?
Yeah, I want to keep my options open. You know, I don't want to mark that off the list just yet. You know, so with child murder aside, because that's all the stream has been about, the audio series I want to create, I think that it would be a really good idea. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do it, but I've got this really good idea about like an audio drama type of deal. I mean, because of course I'll need like, in a way, a little bit of art to add to it, so it's not just a black screen that you're looking at. But it would be really cool if I can create a story and just using the sound effects and stuff like that I have access to, and maybe even some voice acting from people if I can find the right people. It would be really nice if I can make the first episode of the story that I want to create. So I need like competent writers or a competent writer that will be able to put this story, on the right track with all
That's
my
the story
ideas.
group.
Yeah, I need a story group. I don't want the Lucasfilm one though. That would be bad.
Hey, they'll be cheap. They'll be really cheap. No one else will probably hire them.
Well, if that's the case, I might, but only if they decide not to put all the wokeness in it. I mean, because that's not what this is about. But I'm not saying that it isn't like the idea has a diverse cast, yes, but not for the reasons that these people use it. There's a diverse cast of characters that I've created, and I honestly want to bring them to life in some way, even if it's not visual exactly. I can maybe in the future turn that into a visual thing, but I would love to create an audio series. just based on these characters. Because in a way, and like I've said before, why I don't use my face on these streams so much is because I like to imagine what the person looks like when I hear them talking. That's sort of the same idea. Like I like listening to audiobooks. I also like to listen to audio dramas that I've heard on the radio before, or just anything like that. Which I'm pretty sure Chrono knows about this one, but Hunt the Truth for Halo, that right there was a piece of work that I really enjoyed. Season 1, Season 2 wasn't as good, but it was really, I still enjoyed it. And the sad fact is, it had nothing to do with the story that they had set up. But you know,
they usually do that. They nail the first one and they go way down with the second.
Yeah. So I don't want to do that, but I do want to create an audio series that's a lot like, in a way, Hunt the Truth, except it's not this one person hunting the truth for this or that. It's going to be an actual audio drama with various characters and not just about one specific character. And that's what I want to do. Whether I can do it or not, I'm not sure. It would take a lot of money because I would have to probably hire some people to help me out with it. And as far as voice acting goes, I'd probably have to pay some people to do that too. But if I could ever figure out a way to bring this to life.
What do you mean voice acting? You can do all the voices.
Oh, because of my awesome voice acting ability. All of them will just end up being Watto, okay? That's the best voice impression I got.
Well,
go ahead.
Right. So, hey, have you sort of written out the characters?
I haven't written them down. Everything is in my head. Like I've got this. I've got these like set personalities for them. I got their set backgrounds and all that stuff. I just haven't written it down on paper. So, I mean, and I've always been afraid to write it down because I feel like I wouldn't give it justice to what's in my head. I'm not like I like writing. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think I'm the most talented for that. I'm better at visual art than art that's just written, if you know what I mean by that.
Well, I mean, one of the things that I would probably suggest is start off with just writing out what's in your head.
That would be a good idea.
And because I mean, the thing is that you don't want to start hiring a whole lot of people and then have this and then realize that it ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
At least create a pilot episode. And
you're talking about his project or the sequel trilogy? I just.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Good job.
All right. 3. You got it, Chrono. You got it. You earned that one.
Yeah, because I mean the thing is that the best thing about pilot episodes is that they don't have to be attached to the actual series.
That's true.
There's been quite a few pilot episodes where they've got this one character, and then you never see the character ever again because they went, this character doesn't really work. Bye, character.
I did think about making a small teaser at the end of one of my Five Nights at Freddy's episodes, which hence the little thing I did at the end of that one episode that I'd say, I know Chrono watched it, so he knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. But I was thinking about like doing a teaser for that kind of thing because I had an idea in my head, but instead I just turned it into something else. But I like, let's say the teaser that I'll give you an idea on what I was going to do. If you've watched the video that I put out, at the end, spoilers, by the way, if you don't want to see what happens at the very end of the video, It took a lot of work, by the way. But what I did is I did a jump scare at the very end. I'm trying to add like these various jump scares in each of my scary videos. Let me put that, or horror videos, if it's something horror related. I'm rambling a lot, but I'm going somewhere, I promise. But I like did the hashtag thank you Scott like I normally do, and then I left it on like this black screen, and I thought maybe I should do the teaser for the story that I want to create. So I thought about recording myself being the main character, even though I probably wouldn't voice them myself in the future. But I would try to voice this character, come up with something short and sweet, and add a few of the sound effects that I've got access to sort of make it feel more lifelike. And, let it go from there. And if anybody was interested in that, then I might in the future make more. But I was going to have like a short teaser, which would in a way work as a pilot, maybe not as a full-on pilot, but you know what I mean, and see how that goes. But in the end, I just turned it into something else. But that's what I was going to do. And I'd say that if I do something like that, that's exactly how I will do it, is at the end of a video when nobody's expecting it, and do a teaser for that specific story. So, I mean, that's what I planned on doing. I didn't do it, but maybe I should have. I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
No?
No. I mean, if you're going to make this thing, make it big, so make it its own separate thing. Don't sort of tack it on the end of something.
True.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is that, you know, without knowing any of the characters or any of the storyline, you know, I think, you know, I think there's probably enough of us to at least do a pilot.
That's true. That's true. And if the story itself gets enough love, I might even like do a GoFundMe type of thing and make my own thing out of it, which would be really cool. And then I can hire various people, which would be amazing. I want the best for the story, because I've worked on this in my head for years. I've written down a few things, come up with a few things, and a lot of it's changed to what it is now. But I want somebody that's more competent than me to write these things down in a better way than I can. Which I guess I can maybe watch YouTube and get better at teaching myself, but I ain't exactly got the time for that at the moment, because I got a lot of things going on, especially now. I got something else going on now, which is it's really good. It's really good. Don't get me wrong. But I've got like a couple things that I have to worry about now besides that. And that will make it a little hard to try to teach myself to do something like that, which I might be able to. But I still feel like I need somebody else to sort of help me out that would be better at it. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, the thing is that if you can sort of write the characters down, maybe write a small story, I could probably help you write a script out.
That'd be cool.
I wouldn't do it as a full project because it's not within my skill set.
No, I understand that. I understand that.
But you know, getting a sort of small pilot might be able to do something like that.
So I need to write down.
I really think you should go for it, because it does seem like you have a very clear idea of what you're. I mean, you might have it all in your head, but it seems to me like you already have a pretty good idea where you want to go with this. So,
oh yeah,
I think you should go for it. And like Sir AOA says, you should start writing down whatever you think you can write down, just so it starts taking certain shape. and you can worry about perfecting it later. But to have something solid you can work on, that would make sense. And I think you can really make people care about it, because right now, as you all know, the people are craving for entertainment that is actually entertaining. So if you put out a project on Kickstarter or whatever crowdfunding you use, people might probably react positively to it if they like.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, that's made me want to do it more now that you say it like that. And you know what? Since you made me feel even better about it, I'm giving you another point. So,
Good job.
all right. Sir AOA, you're tied with Chrono. Gotta do something about that.
But I mean, the thing is that with the people around you, you can at least create a pilot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can. That's true.
And I mean, I don't know how many characters you're going to have. I don't know how many.
Well, there's a lot. That's
well, don't worry. I think I might be able to carry most of the load.
Okay. But seriously, though, I mean, the story spans throughout years within its universe. So, I mean, of course, not all the characters are going to show up all at once, but there are a large amount of characters that I've got in this in this universe that I've created. And you know what? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but I mean, at least for the pilot, it's probably not going to have a whole lot of characters.
At the very least, there'll be like 4, and which 2 of them happen to be of the opposite gender. So I doubt that me and you can do that. I know we're good, but I don't think we're that good. So I'm going to have to figure something out with that.
What do you mean to? It should be 4. Don't you know that it's all about women?
That's true. Dang it, I'm canceled now.
Diversity. I mean, hello, what?
Look, I told
diversity
you I
means 100%.
I told you I had a diverse cast, okay, but I didn't mean that diverse.
Then hang on. If it's not 100%, then it's not diverse. But don't you know?
Liar!
I disagree.
We're okay.
Liar!
Hey.
We're okay.
I'm not saying that I agree either, but according to the Twitterati, diversity means 100% women.
Liar!
Hey, I'm not lying.
No,
That's
I'm calling
what
you a
Twitter
liar.
thinks.
Sorry. I needed to specify that you're not the liar. They are.
Oh.
And now I'm canceled again.
Quick! Throw the bait to
yeah. Where is it? I found it. I'm alive. I'm going to stay alive now. Yay.
Kylo Ren!
That's the kind of thing you need in your story to make it successful.
Yeah, you know what? Randomly in the story, a shirtless man turns around and just stares into your eyes. And then it'll have a image of Kylo Ren shirtless.
Yeah, if you can get Adam Driver to do it, that would be awesome.
With his six-pack glistening with scented oils.
Oh, Lord. Let's not get that far. Let's not go that far. Let's sort of throw that part out of here for a minute.
I think the Raylos will be satisfied now because they're too much in a coma from overexcitement.
Yeah, that's probably true. I think I'll be okay for the moment.
Since you say two of each gender, it's interesting because now we can be pretty sure that the shippers are going to have fun with it.
Well, considering 2 of them can be shipped together, because I'm not going to say anything more because I don't want to spoil anything, but 2 of them can be shipped together.
Yes, they can. And anyone can be shipped with anyone according to them.
Well,
there's no boundaries there.
Yeah. You gotta remember
that
the spaceships need love as well.
Yeah, I know. Don't remind me. Look, there's one reason why two of them can't be shipped together, and that's because they're related. Other than that,
I'm pretty sure they
sorry,
can
they
ignore
can
that.
be shipped.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm pretty
care.
sure it
It's
can.
not legal. Leave it alone. It's not legal. I don't want it. I'm the creator here.
You've forgotten. Yeah, but I mean, you've forgotten the core rule of shipping.
What's the
If they have a
core?
pulse, they can be shipped.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hey, they don't even have to have a pulse.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they
well,
ship
sorry.
random objects together.
But what do you mean
Sorry.
it's not legal? I mean, you have the clip for that, don't you? I will make it legal. You should have that one.
I do. Where is it? Do I?
I mean, I don't know if you have it. I'm asking if you have it.
Oh, I mean, I'm trying to see if I do. I don't. I don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can go all Palpatine and say, "Yeah, I will make it legal."
So I guess the second rule of shipping is if it can be inserted into something else, it can be shipped.
Okay, yeah.
That was
I
very
get
specific.
Yeah, very specific. Look, I'm trying to lure the kids in, not push them away. Okay. How else am I going to do this?
Hang on.
Now go ahead.
Any child that knows what shipping is most likely not a child.
That might be true. That might be somewhat true. But I feel like I'd get a better grip on this if I talked about it out loud. And since we're all here, I might as well talk about it. And maybe somebody will see this and they'll be like, "Oh, you want to do this? Okay, do it. I'll inspire you by saying do it, Just do it.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. If I'm trying to find it.
Do it.
There we go. I was holding out for it until I found the clip. It's at the very top up here. I still couldn't find it. Okay. Anyway, I say that a lot too. I said I'd tally that up, but I completely forgot to do that. Okay, well, forget that. The thing about this is I always have a hard time starting a project like this because I'm afraid I won't finish it, and I'm also afraid I won't do it good enough. And since I'm very passionate about the story that I've created, I want to make sure that it's the best it can be before I do anything. You know what I mean? So maybe I should start off with something different and work my way up to this story until I know that this one will work. No, you don't think so?
There's something that I was taught in computer programming.
Okay.
And that was fail faster.
Fail faster.
Fail faster. Yeah. It's something that you can use all through it, and even writers sort of say it. Yeah. Fail faster. They use it somewhat differently. But the thing is that if you do not start, you will get caught up in production, and that's it. Pre-production, and you will never get to production.
Oh.
So the best thing to do would be to just produce it. Do it.
I didn't get it fast enough. I was trying to get it. Yeah.
Produce it, fail, figure out how or where you failed, fix it, and go again.
Okay.
And keep going. It's a little bit different, when it comes to computer game programming to writing, where, in writers, the first draft is where the Mary Sue exists. They create the perfect character. They create the perfect everything. Someone's already started. Off to the races. Gotta create that Mary Sue. Oh,
Lord.
um,
I got to give you a point for that one.
Good job.
All right.
Yeah. This is like that case when Homer Simpson says, "You tried your best to fail, and lesson learned: never try anything." I mean, yeah.
it's
You
definitely
should,
not that lesson.
yeah. It's a joke aside. You should really go for it because I'm telling you, as someone who has stopped doing a lot of things because I didn't want to fail, and now I regret that I cannot go back and do them. So yeah, you should really do, and even if you fail, you will eventually go back to it and make it work. I'm pretty sure you would.
Well, that's really that's awesome. I'm glad that you say that because I mean I've been thinking a lot about stuff like that recently, for sure. Especially with that kind of mindset. If I don't do something now, I might regret it later on. So you read my mind, and saying that out loud really makes me want to do it more and more. And for that, here you go.
Good job.
But
Yay.
but
Yeah,
the
I'm
first,
watching this anime that just came out last week, and the first episode is it describes the plot that's going to evolve for the whole season.
Mhm.
It's about a guy who regrets one of his choices in life because he finds himself in a place where he's out of a job, and whatever he tried, he failed miserably, and he's not happy. And for some reason, they don't explain to you in the show that just yet he goes back 10 years in his life, and he's at the point where he made that choice he regretted, and he changes the choice, and he's like, well, I'm having a lot of fun doing this that I neglected to do. And I need really hit because I had a similar situation in my life, and I'm like, yeah, I would love to go 10 years back, but in reality we cannot. So if right now you are deciding whether you should do or not do this project, I say you go for it.
absolutely.
Well, that right there has made me want to do it even more. So I'm going to start planning this out then, and we'll see where it goes from there. I'm going to try to write some things down in my spare time. I'm thinking I might start off with something that's not related, but it is in a way, but it's not exactly directly related to the story. I actually sort of wrote this down a long time ago, so I've already got some of the writing done. And it will relate to the main story because it's actually the origin story of a certain character, or it would be the origin story of a certain character. Well, no, was it an origin story? I have it written down. I'll have to reread it. I'll tell you exactly what, or I'll send it to you once I look through it again and maybe edit it a little bit with like some some updates to it because the story has changed a lot since I first wrote that down.
Well,
So
the origin story would probably make a good pilot.
yeah, which it's the origin story to a character that's not really a main character, but they are a very important character to a certain person's life. So I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil anything for this, but I've got so many ideas and I want to finally put them like out there. And that is part of the reason why I made a YouTube channel in the first place. Because yes, I love Star Wars. Like that's what this channel here is for. And the main reason though I wanted to do this is because I wanted to get some I want to learn how to be able to create my own thing. And I'm finding some of the I guess materials and stuff like that to do that with. And not only that, but I'm finding people that I never thought I'd ever meet up with in my life. And by meet up, I mean talk to through this. But you know what I mean. Some of them I do know, and
We'll meet. We'll meet eventually.
eventually.
In a world when a world that isn't ravaged by a virus that was not released from a lab in China.
That specific one. Yes.
Yeah, because I definitely need to travel over to the United States because I have so many people that I should meet in person.
Well,
And
I
you and
feel the same.
Lady Tano are meant to come down to Melbourne. So
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really cool. I'd love to do that at some point. I really would. I've
It would
always
be really great if we could at some point, whenever that in the future might be, really get together in person. Because, yeah, I mean, I have a lot of fun with these streams and hearing you all out, and yeah, I think it would be quite a good time to be.
We should do a live episode at one point, like with all of us in the same room. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
that would be cool. Oh man, that would be
well,
amazing.
I guess it will have to be when I come over to the States because it's probably will be a lot cheaper.
Luckily,
It
we
might be.
live like in the same
Next to each
state,
other.
like
Yes.
very close to
We're
one
not
another,
next to each
so,
other, but
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
compared to
but I mean, the
Australia,
thing
yeah,
is-
we're right next to each other.
Yeah, it's but I mean, it's sort of a case of everyone but me is at least on the same continent.
that is very true.
I'm over the other side of the world.
Yeah. But maybe we should maybe someday we should do a live episode like that. Maybe save it for like a so many subscriber special, like however many subscribers that we choose at some point. So that would be pretty special event, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It would.
And let's see. I had one other thing I wanted to say, but I've forgotten it now. Okay, wait. Back to what I was saying. So I'm learning skills and stuff like that I didn't like, especially with the editing process. The last Five Nights at Freddy's episode I did, that ending piece. If you haven't watched the video, you should, at least just to see the editing at the very least. There's not much editing throughout the video up until the very end. The end is where you see me testing out a few things, and I honestly think I did pretty good with it. And which I haven't asked Chrono because I know he's watched the video. I don't know how he felt about that ending piece that I did, but I will say I was proud of it when I created it. That video has 12 views. I'm sort of like happy about that. That's not a lot, but it's nice to look. I even released a short of that.
The one thing you've got to look at it is that you're up to 40 subscribers, right?
41 now.
41.
I just got another one the other day. Shout out to you. I forgot your name because, but I seen your name on my notification bar on my phone. Shout out to you. I know who you are. I just need to look at your name again. But you know who you are for recently subscribing. You know who you are. You're cool. Love you.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the people that are watching your videos are clan members of mine.
That would be pretty cool. Hey, you know the one thing I have the highest view count on though is my YouTube short of that Five Nights at Freddy's video I did. It's got last checked 99 views, which was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done. You're that really punched above its weight.
Well, another thing though, I released that short on everything: TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube Shorts. And of course on TikTok, I have almost 500 views on it, which not many likes, but you know how people on TikTok are, they swipe through it. So I don't know if that counts.
I've got no idea. I don't put Chinese spyware on my phone.
Well, the thing is, I don't usually use it, but I figured that it's one of the best ways to get this channel out there somewhat. So, because I know a lot of people use TikTok. Like, I know people that use it too, family and all that stuff. And I'm like, so many people use it. And even Star Wars Theory puts a bunch of stuff on there too. And that he sort of gave me the idea to do that.
As long as you're not doing challenges, you're okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not doing nothing like that. I'm just releasing like little highlight pieces, I guess, of a certain video and using that as a teaser to the video to hopefully get somebody to be like, huh, this looks interesting. Maybe I should watch it. And, another thing, like when I got thinking about the Five Nights at Freddy's episode I made last Monday, I've seen some spots that would have been great opportunities for certain edits that I could have come up with, but I didn't. And now that it's already done and uploaded, and when I went back to watch it again just to see if it did turn out okay, because I would have took it down and redid it if I needed to, but I rewatched it so I could get one more look at it and see if there was anything I can improve if I needed to take it down or anything. And I've seen so many, about 2 or 3 extra opportunities for edits that I should have thought of but didn't. And I mean, which I can probably use that for my next episode. I didn't feel like adding those in after already uploading it. But
I mean, that's how you improve as a content creator, man. I mean, being a musician, I do the same thing, and look at things that I've played, over the course of, obviously as a musician, you go through a lot of different changes. Like, you play things differently, you learn new things, new skill sets. And as a content creator, it's really the same thing, and you're going to improve. And all those little opportunities that you find that you say, man, I really wish that I would have thought of this in this point. Like, the next time you're going to think of it, and you're just going to keep refining what you have until eventually it's like at its peak point.
Yep.
That's true. I like how you said that. You know what? Hold on. Before you go say something, Sir Away, I got to give him a point for that. That was good.
No worries.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yes.
So it's 5-4. Somebody's got to win this. I'm going to end this pretty soon.
We are ever so close.
But yeah, no, it's just frankly, my clan's Twitch account has been inactive inactive/active for almost 2 years. But every lesson that I've learned has got to the point of actually making it really active and really balanced.
Yeah.
So every bit of content you release, there's a lesson to be learned from it, and if you're willing to sit there and learn it, it makes you a better creator.
Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty much anything that's sort of in media, especially sort of performance-based stuff. Every time I've performed, whether it be on stage or in front of a camera or over a mic, there have been lessons to learn from them. And I've always been open to learn those lessons. And I think that's made me a better performer.
Yeah.
Frankly, I don't think the ads would have been doing as well as they sort of go if I didn't open myself up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very much sort of a case of you've got to keep on throwing everything at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah. And that's what I need to do is just, like you said, see what sticks. So, I'm going to do something with this. I mean, because I've wanted to tell this story for a while, and I never felt like I had the talent to do so. But it doesn't all have to just be me. I've always wanted, see, I've got people as in the stream that would help out if I asked them. Which
Hi! Hi!
Yeah, nobody ever accomplishes anything on their own, you know. Like,
yeah,
that's something that I've had to remember, like in my journey, is that like, you know, you're gonna have to build a team and you're gonna have to ask for help because like there's really no way to make it like in any industry just sheerly based off of willpower. I mean, sure, I mean, I guess you could be some freak of nature and pull it off, but it's a lot easier with friends, man.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a Mary Sue, so yeah, that's
That's true.
That's true.
I think I have to call Commander Tano to do this whole project for me, man. I just tell her my ideas, and she'll do the entire thing. She can voice every character with no issue at all.
She'll just activate her Mary Sue powers, and
Yeah.
reality will warp. And when she speaks, she'll speak in 7 different voices at the exact same time, ranging from old man to young girl.
She can do it.
Even though when she is actually speaking, she speaks in her normal voice, but the reality warping powers of the Mary Sue will create the 7 voices that you will need for your character. So, everybody that needs voice actors should hire Lady Tano, the Mary Sue of the Force Collective.
Yes, if only she knew what we were saying.
And then you
probably
come down with like a good male oppressor to take credit for all her work.
Oh, that's yeah. You know what? That's a good one. Hold on. Where's it at? There.
Good job.
All right, you're ahead on 1 right now. I'm getting ready to end the stream though in like about 5 minutes. I just wanted to like talk about this as much as I could before I ended this because I got to do a thing directly after this. What
I would like to really know right now is if Lady Tano is thinking she might have a cold by sneezing so much because people are talking about her. Oh no, aren't I coming down with a cold? That's how it goes in reality, right? Anime wouldn't have lied to me.
Well, I mean, isn't it also like? Don't they also say that a girl can get pregnant just from somebody looking at her or looking at her? Oh no! You looked at me. I'm pregnant now.
Is that an anime thing?
I think that is.
That's
Is that
the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my
I-
life. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's a crazy feminist thing.
Oh well, what was it then? Because I've seen. Is it like hand touching or something? I don't know. It's got something to do with a boy not doing anything sexual, but it just doing something that's lighthearted, and they're like, "No, don't! You're gonna get me pregnant!" Ah!
Well, there's the typical young child ness of not understanding anything in that realm, which is a common trope in all media. Sort of like, oh, you kissed me. Oh no, am I pregnant?
Oh, is that what it is?
You kissed me. You
That's
kissed
what that
me.
is.
So that means we're now husband and wife.
Marry me now.
Or oh, we're holding hands. So that means we're now boyfriend and girlfriend. That is actually something that does happen in real life, which is really surprising and strange, and sometimes they're not young children.
That's true.
I have seen it, and it is sort of like, oh wow, you're sheltered. But
Ramos will probably claim that for Skyping got Ray pregnant or something.
Oh, a lot of who was it? Mike Zero, who kept talking about how Rey and Kylo were going to have a child or something like that.
Yeah,
was
was
my
it?
theory.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never heard.
It was my
cannot
theory.
express
I think I
enough
might
how
have
I don't
heard
like
that.
Like, there are not enough words in the English language to express how stupid I find that. I'm just...
Good job.
Yes! Yes!
Oh goodness! All right, that's good.
But yeah, no, they're just adding new powers to ForceNet.
Yeah.
Download genetic material from anyone in a 5 kilometer radius.
Yeah, I don't get their view on the Force. I think we had a Star Wars Topics episode about that once. That was a while back. Yes, that was a while back when I had multiple topics within one episode. Wow, that's hasn't that been like 3 months ago?
It's been like a crazy amount of time.
Oh my gosh, it's only been
I would
like
say
3
surprising.
months. Yeah. Oh gosh, I feel like I've done something.
I feel like an old man now.
Achievement unlocked.
I mean,
Yes.
we have been streaming consistently for several months now.
3, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. 3 or 4.
Well, hang on. What episode is this?
This isn't Star Wars Topics, but if it was, it would have been episode 13. But we've also had a couple of chill streams in between when I stopped doing the Monday streams. So I want to say, hold on, let me see if I can look back, and I'll
Somewhere
tell you.
between 15 and 20 weeks.
I'll tell you exactly. Okay, the first Star Wars Topics episode, it came out on the 25th of March.
Damn.
Yes.
Dude,
Damn.
that's forever
Really,
ago.
that long?
Yeah, that
It-
long.
It really feels longer.
I know. I feel like I've been doing this for a lot longer than that. But
That's the power of friendship.
so it'll be 4 months on the 25th of this month, and yes, the power of friendship. Before you and Chrono started joining me on this show, which was quite amazing that you guys joined in. So
Yeah, pretty early on, too.
yeah. I mean, of course, Chrono was there for the first episode. He's been with us ever since the first episode, whether in the stream or not. He's watched every single one of them, and I think he's watched every single one of my videos up to this point as well.
I have.
Okay, so I know that Chrono is very dedicated, and Sir AOA has been helping me out a lot as well behind the scenes, and he's also been watching, I think, since the first episode,
Yep.
which is also amazing. I'm very, very happy to have you two on this crew. You both are part of the Grand Council, of course. So the Grand Council is sort of exclusive to certain people. I've had a lot of people on these streams before, but the main ones in the Grand Council are, of course, me, Psycho, Chrono, Sir AOA, Commander Tano, and Bounty Hunter Network. Those are
The ones that
main
you
ones.
hear from generally just about all the time.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's
So
quite interesting because you see, it's not been that long, but just as Sir AOA puts it, the power of friendship. Because it's always felt like we do know each other for a long time. I mean, I always felt it like that. I mean, when I was just in the chat, I would feel like your responses were true. I really like the interaction. This is why I've stuck all this time here.
and I'm very happy that you have, because then I wouldn't know you, and I wouldn't even have you on these streams, which would be sad because I really enjoy having you on here. And you're one of my Halo buddies, which I don't have that many of, and I need Halo buddies. So
I'm amazed you don't have more. I mean, the franchise is so big.
well, I used to be part of a clan back in the Halo Reach days until I think Halo 4. And
I remember that. That was around the time that it was.
Yeah. So Halo 4 things sort of died down and I started getting into Destiny, which surprisingly, not surprisingly, actually, my cousin Psycho also got me into that. He gets me into a
Yes,
lot of the things that
sir.
I really enjoy now.
He's a
He's got
great
me into Star
influence.
Wars. Yes, he got me into Star Wars. He got me into Destiny. He got me into what was the other one? Halo. He got me into Halo. The first Halo game I ever played was Halo 3, and that was because of him.
Was it at my birthday party when I was like 13 or 14 or something?
I think so. We played on the map Last Resort.
I remember that. I specifically remember that.
have you guys done Vault of Glass yet?
I've done it, but not finished it because I wasn't high enough. And I haven't been on Destiny in a while because I've been very busy, unfortunately. But
Well, Solstice is up.
Oh, it's up right now?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Hey, I like it, though. I'll probably end up getting back on it just for that.
What
Oh,
about
man.
you, Psycho?
He don't play Destiny much anymore, I don't say.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
I get on occasionally, but yeah, I don't play too much anymore. I don't really have a group that I play with that often, and that's kind of the big things with like the raids and stuff. Is it's like super difficult to do it on your own.
Yeah.
Well, after the stream, I'll give you my. Hang on, you playing on PSN?
I play on Xbox.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah. Yeah.
See, Shade plays on everything, so he's like very privileged. He can play with anybody, no matter what console they game on.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Um,
I worked
yeah.
for that though.
That is true. That's true. It wasn't
Unfortunately.
always that way. You weren't always a multi-console boy.
No, I was like one at a time.
Well, actually, Psycho.
That's white privilege right there.
True.
Good job.
Needed.
Psycho. Next season they're doing crossplay.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Oh, sick.
So next season my clan can drag you through every raid. No problems.
Yeah, that would be amazing, dude. I can't wait for that. You'll have to let me know when the next season starts.
It's 40 days from now.
Okay, that's pretty soon.
Yeah, that's not too long. Just about.
That's going off the top of my head. But yeah, no. My clan sort of excels in taking new players through raids.
Well, wait.
No matter how bad they are at the game.
Hey, before I end the stream, since you're mentioning the Vault of Glass, I don't think I was with you when I was doing it. I was with a friend of mine that I work with, and he had a team of people. The Oracles part was a little crazy. We sort of went a little crazy with the Oracles. One of our teammates got tired of us messing it up, so as we named which ones go in what order, to shoot, he's like, okay, I'm going to write these down as you guys mention them. And even while fighting enemies, he would write them down. We were dying when he said, nope, I'm going to write these down. Man, that was so funny,
dude,
too. I mean,
if you're gaming with somebody and they pull out a pen and a notebook, you need to get good.
Well, when it comes to oracles, we have 2 people take 6 of them.
2 people take all 6 of them?
No, because there's 7.
But
6 of them are picked up by 2 of our clan members.
Well, see, I think we were doing something similar, except we had some of our teammates spread out throughout the map, just looking to see where they all went. And then whoever shot it, which was usually me on one side, I would shoot all the oracles if I can, while the others are killing enemies because I wasn't high enough to be killing the enemies effectively. I would go around just shooting the oracles on the certain side that I was on in the order that I seen them. So that's sort of how we did it. But with this all out of the way, I guess it's time for us to go ahead and end the stream because I do have something I gotta do now. So I was very happy to get all that off my chest about the audio series, and I actually, since you guys really wanted me to,
Do it.
and not even just because you want me to, but because I want to as well, I'm going to do something about it, and I'm going to come up with an idea, which I've got a lot of ideas, and this series, like if this became an actual series, it would be a long series, probably multiple seasons, because I'd like to get a lot of character development in there, and because I've got so much to tell for these characters, so much story in my head to tell, I'm going to make it a longer series. And there's also I have a multiverse aspect to it. I've already got the name. I've already got the name for the other universe that's related to this one. It's called In Another Life. That would be like a separate series, maybe probably a shorter one, but it would be in a way like showing the life of these characters if this one major event did not happen in their lives, and that's why it's called In Another Life. So, really good idea in my opinion. I like it.
Start with the pilots.
I know. I'm just saying I have a lot of ideas, and that one I'm going to stick with. But I'm going to start off with the pilot first. I promise. And we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to work on it. I promise. But anyways, we're going to end the stream right there. It's been fun chilling with my 3 favorite people in the entire world here. So, one thing, we got to do a tiebreaker between Sir AOA and Psycho to see who comes in second and third. Chrono won with 7 points.
He came from the bottom, bro.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. So Sir AOA and Psycho are both.
He was just sitting in the back sniping.
I almost want to give you a point for that, but the game is over. I want to give you a point for that, but the game is over because I'm ending the stream. I got to give you guys a tiebreaker of some sort. You guys, maybe next stream. And look, that one goes in your favor. I got to make it fair. He didn't have a chance. Okay. So I'm thinking next stream we'll come up with a tiebreaker for you two, and you guys maybe think of something. And or if I think of something, we'll have a tiebreaker. But this stream, Chrono won.
Okay.
So congratulations, Chrono. You get like this extra.
Good job.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count, but you get a good job just for winning. So
good job, bro.
It won't count for next stream. You won. So with all that said, it's been fun. And I really appreciate all 4 of you. I'm one of the 4. All 3 of you. I appreciate all 3 of you being on here. It has been very enjoyable. And also everybody that has been watching the stream. And hopefully my ideas won't fall flat, and you guys will be like, "Oh, that's awesome," because I want to make something nice. You got something to say?
Yeah, because you're talking about project, it just clicked. I was going to bring it up sooner, but I just completely forgot. I am still working on my projects. I haven't forgotten any of them.
Oh, good.
I am planning on buying one of the books soon. But I don't want to do the little snippet until I actually read the entire book.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to set up certain voices only for it to not fit later on. So So yeah, I'm still working on the High Republic project, and I'm still working on the Twitter argument, the Luke Skywalker Twitter argument project. It's just
Nice.
that so many other projects are crashing in.
Yeah. A lot of things happen all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from the sound of it, there's just going to be more crashing. So yeah, I've still got more ideas for ads. I just thought of one quite recently, so I'm gonna have to write that one out.
Nice.
But yeah, the PSAs are a little bit more trickier.
Yeah.
Especially when there's not a new episode of the Bad Batch to riff off.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone has any ideas for ads or PSAs, tweet them at me with, I don't know, let's see, what, hashtag Force Collective ads and hashtag Force Collective PSA. Does that sound like a good hashtag? I don't know.
Let me think. I'll hashtag TFC ads. How about that? Sort of
That
shorten
works.
it.
Yep.
TFC ads. Make sure the TFC is capitalized and the A in ads is capitalized, and that'll work. Or can we put underscores in hashtags? Does that work?
Yes.
Okay. TFC underscore ads. ADS. Capital A, ADS. So if you got any ideas, put that in there. We'll keep an eye out for that. Before one last thing before I go, do you guys want to hear the project name for this project? Because I've had this project name for a while. Do you think I should? Okay,
Yeah.
it's called
No,
Project Guardian. There's a reason,
Okay.
and that's not the name of the actual project. That's just the mock-up name for now. It's called Project Guardian, but there's a reason behind that. I can explain that to you guys later on. But Project Guardian, guys, it's a go at this point. I'm so glad to finally be saying that. Project Guardian is a go. I am excited. That's got me excited now. I'm really excited. Man, I've always wanted to bring these characters to life.
I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Oh yeah.
Look, I don't want to be copyright claimed, okay? Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad that you guys were on here. Psycho, I'm also glad he was here, even though he left. We were getting ready to leave anyway. But anyways, next Thursday we'll be we were gonna start trying to stream Fridays for the Bad Batch episode, but Psycho won't be able to make it, and I don't like to have an episode where we're not all together, despite the fact that Commander Tana wasn't on here. But I don't think I can't remember if I told her. I'm pretty sure I didn't, and that I felt very bad about that, because there's always one person that I forget to tell something to. Usually it's Psycho. He can tell you, because I forgot to tell him that last Thursday we weren't streaming. It was going to be on that Friday. I'm always forgetting somebody. Either way.
No, and this can be done after the stream. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Well, either way, this is the end. So may the Force be with you always.
Sector.